Hey there, welcome back to another Friday Mindset episode. Today I want to focus on how to prep for 2023 when it comes to your mindset. So if you're new here, welcome to the podcast. My name is Christina. I am the creator of the podcast. I am a busy mom of four, a childcare business marketing strategist. I owned my own childcare center for over 16 years, and now I help other business owners with their marketing needs. And every Friday on this podcast, we focus on mindset. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I upload 3 new episodes every single week. And they're usually dropped on Monday and Wednesday. So that's where we focus more on marketing. But Fridays are reserved for you, the business owner. They're reserved for you and your mindset. And I hope that you are finding these Friday episodes valuable. If you are, do me a favor. Let me know. Send me a message or follow me on Instagram and send me a DM and let's chat. So what about mindset and what about 2023? What about starting a brand new year, I should say, with the right mindset? Do you actually take the time to do that? Do you actually carve out the time to prep yourself mentally for another business year? Or do you kind of just go with the flow and react to whatever is coming your way? Well, that's how I used to operate. I used to operate my childcare business back in the day, going all in full force, work, hustle, and basically, trying to do all the things all the time. And this became really, really much more difficult, obviously, during the holiday season when, on top of the regular day-to-day hustle, I had to, think about holidays and gifts and, the kids being out of school and all that stuff, right? So what I learned was when I really started working on myself and, on my skills as a business owner was that it was important for me to take that time and to be intentional by taking that time off so that I can kind of mentally prepare myself for another year. And I'm going to share just a few things I did with my business partner that maybe you can do as well. If you are there right now, if you're thinking of, wow, like, boy, how do I tackle another year of business? Okay. So what my business partner and I would do was we would go to breakfast meetings, and especially towards the end of the year, we would get real clear on, okay, we're going to go for breakfast. It's going to be about an hour and a half, and it's all about business, meaning we knew exactly, we would bring like papers and notebooks, and we would just write stuff out. Okay. A lot of the times it was kind of preparing for another year ahead and really just trying to think about our vision and, how long we had come already, but also where we wanted to take this business, right? Sometimes we would talk about some classes we wanted to take ourselves, personally, professionally, what types of things we wanted to work on ourselves. Other times we would share different things like, different habits we started or different podcasts we listened to, different books that we wanted to read. And we just exchanged that type of information with each other. Okay. Other times we had really serious conversations, especially towards the end when we knew that, our days of running the business were numbered because we were both kind of at a different stage in our life and we wanted to sell the business and move on to other things. Well, those conversations were obviously, different because we knew that eventually we were going to have to hire a real estate agent and we would have to mentally prepare ourselves to not be childcare business owners anymore, right? And to move on to the next step where God had called us to. And those were really difficult conversations as well, right? But we had to prepare ourselves mentally going into these situations so that we were able to handle them well and everything else that, came with those situations. So we started being real intentional with having meetings, right? So talking about a few things, right? We didn't want to have like an hour where we're just talking nonstop. We were really, really intentional. We had 3 or 4 talking points we both wanted to share about and really just kind of prepare ourselves where our minds were at, where our thoughts were at, if we were still in it 100%, if there were things that we wanted to work on. And we just really just laid everything out, really having an honest conversation, right? So if you don't have a business partner to do this with, then you can definitely do this on your own. Set a time in your month and just know that this is a time where you're going to just take the time to reflect on, the year and also what's to come. And think about you, your mindset, and where you are right now, and what it would look like, looking ahead 4 or 5 months down the road. Are you still happy as a business owner? Are there different goals that you haven't met that you really want to meet this new year? Are you thinking of adding something different to your business? Are there skills and things that you want to take yourself personally, professionally, to become a better leader, a better director? Are you someone that craves learning new things and new skills? Maybe technology. Maybe there's something in terms of a task that you want to take on this year ahead, and you really need the right training to really prep you for that. Right? Running a childcare business takes a lot out of you. Like, I don't have to tell you this. You know this. If you're listening to me, you know it takes a lot out of you. And a lot of the times what happens is we focus on the day-to-day things, the policy handbooks, the payments, marketing, and all the things that we have to do. And we really forget about the most important part of our business, which is you, the owner, right? It all starts with you and where you want to bring this business. And if you're in it for the right reasons, and if you're still happy doing this, and if there are things that you want to change, maybe you want to be able to work 4-day schedules, in the next year. So you really have to start thinking of what would that look like? What would you have to do in order to be able to achieve that? Maybe you want to hire someone to help you out so that you can take some time off and really just focus on relaxing a little bit more, or being more present at home with your family, your kids. Right? There's a lot of things that you kind of discuss, think about, and just put down on paper. But if you don't take the time, if you're not intentional to really just prep yourself and your mindset going into another new year, then what's going to happen is this. You're going to go through the holiday rush. You're going to go through the holidays. You're going to go through Christmas, New Year's, and then you're just going to open up your doors after the new year, and you're just going to run your business kind of like on autopilot, like what you were doing, for the last few years, and not really thinking or being intentional with what you're doing, what you want, if you're happy, if you're emotionally okay, right? There's a lot of things to consider here. So it's really important to get real intentional on that. And it really starts with you being intentional with a time, having something to, having a few things that you really want to question or dig deeper in, or just kind of think about. Put that on paper. If you have a business partner to do this with, that's amazing. If you would rather do this on your own, or maybe bounce ideas off of someone else in the industry, or a friend or a family member or your spouse, go ahead. But the work needs to be done. You need to be prepping yourself emotionally. You need to be prepping your mindset going into 2023 so that you are refreshed, you're ready to hit the ground running, and you feel good about your business, right? Who doesn't want to feel good about their business? So I hope this episode added value. I hope that it helped you kind of start thinking of this brand new year and the types of things that you need to do or you need to work on in order to make sure you make 2023 the best year yet. If you do have a marketing question, you can always email me. The link is in the show notes, or you can go over on my website, childcarebusinessmarketing.com, scroll in the middle and just click that little icon, and you can ask your marketing question directly from there. If you're listening right now and you know that you need help with your marketing, maybe you're stuck, maybe you don't want to be posting online, maybe you just want to outsource this to someone, I would love to help you out. Let's hop on a strategy call, 30 minutes. We'll hop on a video chat, and I can share a little bit about how my team can help you with your marketing. Really just take it off your hands for the next 6 months. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in a few days. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if it did bless you or add some value, I would appreciate it if you go to wherever you're listening to this podcast from and leave me a review. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. 1 Peter 4:10. That is my intent with this podcast. I hope it blesses you and your business. See you in a few days. Hey there, welcome back to another Friday Mindset